Okay guys, we're at our new location. So we're in Darbyville, Ohio. This town was actually laid out in like 1826. I think it was established in like 1880s or something like that. But as far as I can tell, this is probably the oldest structure. You know, I looked at an old plate map, but this is the church. So this church actually dates back to at least 1800s. But it's pretty cool. You can probably tell more. You can probably tell more about it by the top. Well, you can tell it's old. But I can almost guarantee you that's 1800s. I mean, they put that siding and stuff on it, and actually that's aluminum siding. But this is definitely the oldest structure that I know of by looking at an old plate map. And there's actually, I mean, right across the street, there's like an old house over here, but I can tell it's old just because it's got two chimneys on top. So, you know, at one time, this whole place was, you know, the stove and everything was off those fireplaces. I don't know. I bet you that thing, I bet you that's like, it could be like probably, hell, it could be like 1840s or something, that place across the street. So if that's true, this church is probably a lot older than, you know, it might have went back. This church might date all the way back to its original layout time, at least like 1830s, I bet. But there's a couple other things I'm going to show you guys before we get to where we're going. So basically, we're actually going to a place where there was an old school, and I'll kind of go over that place when we get there. I want to show you something else that's pretty cool, because I was here once. I actually didn't come here to metal detect. I was actually somewhere else metal detecting, and I drove through here and I just stopped because I seen this old place. And I used to come through here a lot when I was a kid because I used to go fishing down the street. I just never paid attention to anything, you know, the history or anything like that. So actually, I don't even remember the school. There used to be an old school where I don't even remember it, but I probably just never paid attention. So I'll get right back to you guys. I'm gonna go down the street a little ways. Okay guys, we're here down here at that place I was talking about. Actually, when I was here the last time, I think it was like the old post office, and there was a guy dropping off like his water bill or something. So I don't know if it's some kind of municipal building. It says over here, water bills must be paid. So, but if you look at it, you know, it looks like a one-room schoolhouse. And it looks extremely old. I mean, it looks extremely old, but the thing that's weird about it is when I was here, there used to be a store here that burnt down. I actually metal detected in here. I think I found a couple of silvers like out in this, right by the curb. But I don't think, because I looked at the old maps and I'm almost positive this wasn't here. So this has actually been moved here from somewhere else. And as far as like the old schools and stuff, I know where all the old schools were in this town. And so this maybe was just sitting somewhere else, and somewhere they just brought it here. And I mean, you can kind of tell, you know what I mean, because the ground's flush and you don't see any foundation or anything. But a lot of times you have to watch out for that stuff, because you might see something that's old, you know, and like this, they got this little well here. This here, you know, it ain't an outhouse. It's just, who knows what it is. Looks like a little dump. But I would say this was moved here, and I'm almost sure of it because I looked at enough maps, and if this was this wasn't on any of those maps. But you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a one-room schoolhouse. I mean, you can even look actually at the top. It looks like the bell's still in there. And you can tell, I mean, it's obviously old, but I say it was somewhere else and they just moved it here. And there's nothing, you know, you think if they did that, they would put a little plaque out here or something and kind of tell you, you know, where they moved it from. But back in here is basically where we're going to be headed. And like I said, when I came here, I didn't know where I was at, basically. I seen this old place and I got out here and I was metal detecting down along this grass. And I went around that building. Then someone came along, and I kind of remember that old store being there, because that's where we used to stop and get our bait and stuff on our way to Deer This over here is basically the park. And it's actually a lot nicer now than when I was here. I can't remember how long ago it was. It was a long time ago. I know that. It didn't look like this. I mean, as far as I can tell, the swing set, even the stuff that's there, you never know. That might have been because they tore the school down. The school that used to be here was built in 1922. So maybe the playground area, you know, they tore it down in the 80s, like the 80s. It didn't really say for sure, so it didn't say like 1980, it said in the 80s. And who knows, maybe that playground equipment, maybe there was a playground behind it back then. But it's a pretty big area, and I remember being over by this tree, and I actually got a signal, and I dug down, and there was some wheat pennies in there. But a lot of the stuff I don't remember it being here. This little basketball court. I remember this little community building. But the thing that's weird about it, exactly straight, not this place here, but over there in that open area, the oldest school used to sit there, and that school was it was built in like 1850s. So that school was there, and basically I think it dated all the way up to like 1920 or something like that. So basically they probably built this new school about the time they tore that one down, and now it's just a resident. I don't think it's, I wish I knew for sure. I'd go over there and metal detect, but I think it's just private property. So basically this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to go around the outside of this, and behind those woods there's actually a little creek that runs through there too. So I'll check the woods. Maybe if we can get in the woods a little bit, that'd be better, because we don't know what they did to this. And I have a picture of the school setting here, but I can't tell for sure if it's the main road or it was this side road here where the school was facing. And you know, you can't tell there was even a school here unless the playground area could be the playground area that was there before, you know, because it was tore down in the 80s. It could have been 89 for all I know. So, and like I said, I used to come through here a lot when I was a kid. I just don't ever remember. I never even remembered seeing a school, but like I said, back then I wouldn't have been paying attention. And then the school was, I mean, even though it was built in 1920s, it was really old looking. So guys, I'll get back to you. I'm gonna get all the equipment out of the truck. Then like I said, I'm gonna start on the outside. So I'll start probably back there and work around the outside and see what we come up with. So I'll get back to you as soon as I get a good signal. Okay guys, we ended up changing location. So the other place, I wasn't doing any good, but there's like another spot that was right down the street, and it's called 5 Points. And there used to be an old school here in 1920. So basically what I was gonna do is I was gonna go around along this fence line, because now it's like there's gravel and all kinds of stuff in here. But the first hole, so this is the first signal I get, and the first hole I have a mercury dime. So basically we have a, I can't see it. I think it's a 1942 mercury dime. So our first coin. And the other place I found a bunch of bottle caps, and I found like 3 pennies, and I get here and the first signal is a silver mercury dime. So basically we're just going to go around this edge because that's killer fine. So hopefully we'll find a bunch more. So I'll get back to you guys as soon as I get another good signal. Okay guys, I got another signal. But like I said, it's kind of hard because I was up front and it looked like somebody had been here recently. I mean, it's not screaming, but since I found that merc dime. But there's like a fence laying down along the ground over here, so it's kind of hard to metal detect down along here because you're picking up the fence. But I was up in the front and it looked like somebody had been here recently because there's plugs up there that have been dug. So I don't know why they didn't come back here. But I've been here before too. I just never really got into metal detecting. That's probably trash. I think that's just trash. pretty sure that's trash. Yep. There's something huge there. It's just killer to come out here first signal, pull a silver out. So hopefully, because it's kind of like, I mean, I started early. It's probably like close to 11 o'clock. I was at the other place for a long time. Plus I even walked down the street. I just couldn't find anything. But like I said, a lot of it's luck. I just hope it ain't luck. I hope there's some more stuff here. I usually walk around the whole thing, but since I found that silver up here, I just walked down a ways and turned around and came back up the same way. But it's a good sign because it was pretty deep in the ground, but it wasn't. It's telling you that this ain't fill dirt. So maybe up front, because I know there was a big school here. I dug that hole so good I can't even find where I found it at now. Let's go back this way again. But it wasn't a crappy signal, it was a banging signal. I think I found it right here because I remember seeing that can over there. I think it was right in here where I found it. Come on. I mean, this is not a killer signal, but since I found that murk, honestly, when I get into a place like this, I try to dig the halfway decent signal, hoping maybe it'll be wheat pennies or Indians or something like that. But like I said, that coin was in the 1940s, so that didn't get us back into Indians, but I don't know what that is. It's either something shallow or I dropped it. Or it's flossing. Oh well. I think I'll just stick to the real good ones. If it ain't banging, I'm not digging it. because that's all it's coming in. It's coming in like it might be a wheat penny. Let's see what this is. Oh man. I'll get back to you guys when I get a decent signal. Okay guys, I'm under this tree. I got another signal. So it's coming at 12:43. Plus it's under this real old tree that's over here. And like I said, there used to be an old school right here, so I don't know how old this tree is, but it was here when that school was here. Now it's changing a little bit. Huh. That's not good. That might be a can. Yeah, that's a piece of shit. I know. That's copper, I think. Some kind of like hose or something. Well guys, I'll get back to you when I get another good one. Okay guys, I got another signal. I had a signal. I mean, it's choppy, but it's deep as shit. So, plus, like I said, I'm trying like hell to get a silver on a live dig. This might be trash or maybe nothing, but I gotta dig it. I don't even have a signal. Huh. Looks like a nail. Say it's just nails. Gee, that sucks. stroll across here. But I was up front, but you can see where someone was there. But there ain't nothing back here. I don't know why they wouldn't come back here. That's a killer signal, but it's laying right on top of the ground, so it's probably a can or something. Same thing, it's laying right on top of the ground. See, basically I go to like the outside like this because even though they tore that school down, they ain't gonna be back here messing around by someone's fence line, you know what I mean? So they ain't gonna come back here and tear down someone's fence. We'll check it. It's not like a killer signal, but you never know. More than likely it's probably trash. Some glass. It's a dime, but it's not a silver one. But you see, heard how it come in. You know, I'd have never thought it. I thought it was gonna be trash. Just a regular dime. But I ain't really been digging a lot. You know, with this detector, I don't dig a lot of crap. But it's just, it's hot today. Extremely hot. There's another old tree. That's the same thing. It's only like an inch in the ground. There's no way it's an old coin. Plus now I'm kind of a little hesitant to go over this way because I might be trespassing now. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is the township because it's the township buildings here. And like I said, usually township, they won't say nothing. I mean, if they come and say something to you, you'll have to leave. But the best thing to do is when you're at like schools and things like that, always do it on the weekend when there ain't nobody around. Because a lot of times through the week, you know, they have like maintenance guys and shit, and they think they own the place, so they could tell you ain't allowed back here or wherever you're at. Because I've actually did that once. I was off work one week and I went to a place that I'd been to several times, and I ended up having to leave. So if I wouldn't have went during the week, I would have been all right. And of course, state property, you're not allowed on state property, no matter what. And even if you stop somewhere and someone says you can metal detect, it's still, you can't, you ain't allowed on any state property. But you can see how it is here, man. It's like piles of rock and shit everywhere. I mean, you can still, there's actually a sign up front that tells you, you know, basically I know where the school was. Because I think the school here, they just tore it down like in 2000 something. It hasn't been that long ago. And I can guarantee you this has been metal detect. That's why I'm happy as hell I found that silver over there. But like I said, I haven't been digging a lot of holes. It's just, it's hot, and I've been walking a lot. So this is, I've probably been walking, you know, 3 or 4 hours of just walking. Same thing, shallow. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a day. So I'll get right back to you guys when I get over to the truck. Okay guys, so we're done for today. So we actually started at the one place and I didn't have any luck. I just basically dug a lot of bottle caps. I dug some change. I probably found, I don't know, like 40 or 50, maybe 50 cents in change. We dug this. At first I thought this was an old watch, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's I don't even know what it is. But I found this going down the street in that other town. Then we found a shell casing back here. I think that's kind of weird. I always do that. I get to schools and I start finding bullet casings. And we found this old piece. This was over at that part. It looks pretty old. But the good thing is we came here and this mercury dime that we found. So we found a silver mercury dime and it's a 1942. So this is what it's all about, you know. So, you know, this is a good day. So if you find a silver coin, it's a good day. Well, you see how hard it is to find them. And like I said, I just got here and I was walking down along this fence line and I got that signal, but I didn't start the camera right up because I thought it was probably a pop cap or something, and it wasn't. It was a silver. So I'm very happy to find this. But that's the highlight of the day. You know, I was worried because I was at the other place for a long time and I actually walked down the street. I did about everything I could, other than I couldn't go knocking on people's doors because there was a lot of old houses. And I mean, it was like old houses with killer lawns that you just know there's stuff there. You can just look at it and tell it's never been filled in with dirt or anything. And then we came here, and this place here is just kind of crazy because I was here a long time ago. I didn't metal detect it that long, but here I'll kind of show you around. It's like there's dirt, rocks and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's like part of the township is what it is. So this is what it looks like. But the school used to sit right up here, and there was a big sign up there that tells you it was here, but it's sit right in this part here. Then basically we were trying to metal detect back here, and it's actually, I mean, at one time I'm sure it was just a regular school, but then it turned into an elementary school. Then basically we found that silver along this fence line. But like I said, it's been a good day because I found a silver. So if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.